Hello everybody and welcome back to Adventure. My name's Alex, and today we're going to continue and I think finish Firewatch. I've been wrong about the last few episodes. I kept thinking that it was almost over and we actually had more to go. So, it's a longer game than I gave it credit for, and that's awesome. I'm all for more Firewatch. But I think we're going to get to finish it in this one because we're finally going to see what's down here in the cave system. So last time we were down here, but we didn't have the, and also I already, oh yeah, because someone else closed that behind me before, that's right. I was like, why is it closed? I already opened that. But there was like a section of the cave that we didn't get a chance to go into because of this, because we didn't have the baton to drive into the crack here and get our way down here. So now we have this, and let's go find out what's at the bottom. This is a cool game so far. Absolutely beautiful. A kind of a personal story, but there's also like some government conspiracy, like weird stuff happening in it. So I have no idea like which direction it's leading to towards the ending, but it's been cool. It's been a fun ride so far, and I'm excited to see where it goes to because I love these characters. We play as Henry. And obviously, I'm explaining this for you guys' benefit. If you haven't seen my other videos for Firewatch, please make sure you go back and watch those because it is worth watching. It's been a really cool story so far. Not like an action game or like a walking simulator and kind of interactable story, but a really, really cool story. And Delilah, the other character that we talk to all the time, is really cool. And the relationship they have is kind of the backbone of the story here. And it's been cool to see, you know, them kind of bonding and figuring everything out together. And we've never actually met her in person. We just talked to her over the radio, which is an interesting relationship. Okay, so we're heading way down into the deep here. The whole thing was perpetrated by mole people. Is that the ending? There's a mole down here that's going to be like, yes. Oh God. Oh. Oh jeez, was that the kid? No. So if that's Brian Goodwin, who I believe was the son, then I wonder if all of this is happening from his father, who probably never found him, or maybe who did find him, but way too late. God, that's awful. So wait, Delilah never knew? That's insane. So Brian and his dad were stationed at Two Forks, I think a few summers ago, she said. And as far as she knew, they just left. And I guess Brian never left. That's insane. And in the last episode, we found his like cool little kid cave that he had made, or his little kind of kid adventure hideout fort kind of place. And that was really cool to see. And now I'm just incredibly sad that he actually died from a fall. So I wonder if his dad is doing this to get back at the Forest Service for not helping him find his son, maybe? Or for not, you know, saving his son before it was too late? God, that's terrible. Man, I feel so bad. I mean, obviously, like, our character wasn't even around yet, but maybe he's doing it all to get back at Delilah, who knows? Maybe he blames Delilah for it. Excuse me. Okay. Heading back out of the cave. So So we have to report to Delilah the accident.
Hey, Dee.
There you are. I've been worrying my ass off.
Hey, you, might want to take a seat.
I've been sitting this entire time. I'm almost always sitting. What's wrong?
The only thing in the cave was a body.
A body? God, what a mess.
Yeah.
Delilah. It's Brian Goodwin.
Gotta be fucking kidding me. How does that... What? I don't... How?
Climbing, I think, or made to look like a climbing accident.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just what it was. He was probably exploring the cave and maybe his rope gave out. But whoever locked me in there probably didn't even know about him. I'm sorry, Delilah. I'm so sorry.
He'd be alive if I had told someone he was out here. I don't know where he'd be.
Yeah, they didn't know how to look for him.
He would not be rotting at the bottom of that cave. There's nothing to say. Hike back. I think we're leaving tomorrow anyway.
Jesus. Day 79. So I guess this is the end of the summer for them. That's insane. So at the end of this journey, we found a body of a kid. And he wasn't out there because Delilah didn't report him, because he wasn't technically supposed to be out here with his dad. It was unsafe. And she let him because he thought it was a good adventure for them. And so I guess, search and rescue or the cops or whoever was looking for Brian Goodwin didn't know where to look. Jesus. Pack up your belongings. Oh, we can't forget our wedding ring. Did you take that off? Why'd you even take it off?
You see that plane?
No, I was just busy packing up.
Well, there's gonna be a lot more. The service says this thing is 2% contained.
Is this the Flapjack fire, or the site fire, or...?
Well, the two fires merged into one unmitigated disaster. They're
Jeez.
renaming it after my lookout. You about packed up?
Shouldn't we talk for a sec, about things?
About what?
About how all this stuff is connected. The surveillance, the Goodwins, Brian's death.
Look, I don't know what to say, okay? It's like the universe cooked up the cruelest thing to have happen. Does it connect to everything else? I don't know. I don't know if I even want to.
Of course you do. There's got to be a reason.
Does there?
Maybe. Maybe not. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Well, fuck. For starters, I guess you could find the source of that signal.
Holy crap. Yeah. Oh my god.
We don't know what it is. It could be nothing.
Yeah, it could also be whoever was listening to us. Whoever made the tape.
Okay. Yeah, look, you should pack up everything you need in case we get the call and you can't come back.
Alright, look, if something happens...
I'll remember you.
Oh, well, that's nice.
If something happens, don't worry, I'll remember you. Okay, so we have to follow the signal and see... see what's making it. So it's west. Oops. What's west of us? That could be either direction, honestly. Alright, well, let's just head that direction, I guess. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, they both go around, so I don't think it matters too much which way we take here. But did I trap myself? Yeah, a little bit. That's okay. We'll get around it. Get out of here, shrubberies. You could just call them plants, but I prefer to call them shrubberies because it's funnier. Because I like the word shrubbery. It's pretty far ways out this time. Okay, so either way, I think this is the last day. Whether or not that leads us to a satisfying answer, who knows? But we're going to find out, I suppose. I have heard in reviews, I don't know anything about it, but I did watch a couple reviews before I played this game, and I've heard that the ending is kind of weird, and a lot of people don't like it. So I'm sort of preparing myself mentally to not be super satisfied by it, but who knows? It could be literally anything at this point. So.
What's your status?
I think I'm getting close.
Alright, well, I just got word that they are coming to get us. My place.
You sound worried.
No, it's just...
Brian?
I'll coordinate with the evac team and let you know when to head towards the tram. It's north. Far. Past where you found that cut back in May. There's an emergency tram out there that will let you hike to the rendezvous point at my lookout.
Oh, the tram that we tried to go to much earlier in the series that she, like, didn't even know where it was. Okay. I also don't really know if we're headed in the right direction anymore, but I was just kind of trying to head in the direction of the beeping. Come on, game, don't stutter on me now. We need to unveil this mystery. It should be right here. Right? It says it's like right here. Wait. Oh, holy shit. Henry?
Yeah, hi, Henry. Hey, you better find this before it burns up.
Yeah, so it was Ned.
We've been causing each other a lot of headaches. Now I gotta go stake out a site that's as fit for living as the one you're about to find. You'll get it when you see it. You can't blame me for keeping an eye on you. Not after bumping into you back in May. Down by the cave, for croc's sake. I've been up here for 3 years. I kept it cozy. Winters are harsh as hell, and I ran out of books. But I got that antenna rigged up, and Delilah, she's a record you don't gotta flip. I kinda get why Brian took to her. About a week ago, I stopped worrying about you finding anything out, and that's right when everything went shithouse with you two. You guys don't know anything about having kids. All right, nobody knows nothing. It ain't Andy and Opie walking down the lake to fish every afternoon. It ain't Mayberry. But you gotta know I didn't kill him. All right, we were climbing. I was teaching him. Brian was uneducated in the way to do anything. He just fucking didn't sink his anchor the right way.
Wait, so why do you blame
Going
us?
back, having to answer questions and having to get him put in the ground, and I didn't see the point. Don't come looking for me. Sorry about your wife.
Wow.
We found the surveillance operation.
Okay, mean? What is it?
It was
It
Ned.
was Ned Goodwin. He was the one listening to us. Just him.
Ned Goodwin. He made the tape?
Yeah. He's gone. Deeper into the Shoshone. He doesn't want anyone to know he's out here.
Because he killed Brian. Because he killed his fucking son.
He's got a survival bunker with radios and everything. He made it all up.
That's crazy.
You need to get back here. They say the helicopters are making rounds.
Okay.
PD station. That's insane.
He wrote down everything he did to us. Everything he did every day. He was scared shitless.
That's crazy.
I bet.
So that was just the subject stuff. So it wasn't government at all, it was just Henry. That's crazy.
This boombox looks familiar.
Man, the poor guy, like, I know that it's also kind of his fault, but I still feel for him. I can't imagine what that's like to lose your son and just not and have nothing left. That's crazy. Wow.
He had quite the view.
Are we just heading back out now? Yeah, okay. So you kept all the logs of our conversations. Whew, man. What a weird story. And now I don't know where we're going. Oh, now I'm going all the way up to the evac point. Okay, so I'm basically heading north for as far as the eye can see. Is that even possible? Can I even head north? I don't think so. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Okay then, well, we'll head this way and then we'll head north. So that was a crazy, like, I don't know if that's the ending, if we're just going to kind of get picked up and then the credits are going to roll, but that's pretty crazy. I didn't expect until the end there for it to be, you know, Henry, or sorry, not Henry, for it to be Ned. Man. So he lost his son, and he seems like he wasn't a great dad. You know, he was trying to teach him kind of how to do these things, and he just couldn't. Also, I think I can only get back the way I came in. And yeah, wow. Like I feel for him, but also like it also is his fault, I guess. He should have been looking after his boy better. Boy. That is from God of War, by the way. And will you let me go? Will you let me go? There you go. Had to finagle it a little bit, but we got our rappel button there. Man, that is crazy. So, yeah, I'm so conflicted. Like, I feel for him. I do, but it's like it is also his fault. Okay, so we're gonna head like northwestish and then follow the canyon back. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Oh, I can hear the helicopters. Or helicopter, however many. Oh, butterfly.
I know I should be relieved. Relieved that there's no evidence of us starting that fire, relieved that we're not crazy, that there wasn't some conspiracy. But I'm not. He was a sweet kid. A shitty father who hid out here like a coward after dumping him in a hole.
I think that Ned loved him.
I don't want to hear it.
He obviously didn't want to forget him. He just didn't know what to do.
Henry, not knowing what to do isn't okay. When you're supposed to look after someone,
You figure it out.
Yes.
That's true.
And Ned Goodwin is a shithead who is incapable of figuring anything out. I'm sorry.
So the question is, do we learn from his
It's
mistakes?
so easy to tell the truth and have him sent home. I can't stop thinking about it.
You didn't do anything wrong. You said it yourself. It was Ned's job to look after him.
Yes, I did. And now I've got to decide whether I tell people that he's down there so they can retrieve the body or not. And if I do, I'm going to be asked about Ned Goodwin.
Poor Delilah.
D?
Oh, fuck.
Is that a helicopter?
Yeah, hold on. Hey. No, there's one more. Yes, here, yeah. Yeah, he's coming. Okay, 1 second. Hey, they're here, but they're making rounds. They'll come back. I think I'm gonna go with them.
Wait, just wait, okay? I'm not that far.
Henry, they're here. They're waiting right now.
Please.
Henry, I don't want to meet you and just sit here in a dead boy's shadow. Okay, I don't want to do that. I know that sounds harsh. Okay, I'll wait.
I just want to meet her. I want to see if we can see her. I'm kind of far. I still have to go up, like, all the way up here. Yeah, good lord, I'm pretty far. I don't know about you, Henry. I consider that pretty far. We're probably like a freaking mile away or more. Can I get up this? Do I have to go through the cave or something? Oh, heck yeah, I can rappel back up. Or climb up. Alright, climb in. And see, no wonder she doesn't want to wait for you. Look how slow you are, Henry. Come on, man. My apologies if this episode does go a little bit long. I think it should finish around 30 minutes if we get there and that's the end. But it might go a little bit long, so I apologize for that. But I do kind of want to end it on this one. You know, I don't want to have an ending episode that's just like 5 minutes long or something. So... Okay, long trip north. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Woo! Need like some caffeine or something. Ooh, a little bit of frame rate drop there. Okay, how close? Where are we headed? Yeah, so it's just basically straight north. What if we get there and like Delilah's not real or something? That would be trippy. God dang it. This is why I need the map like constantly. Okay. Because you take one wrong turn and then you're at a dead end and then you don't know which direction to go. So we gotta go west around this thing. and then follow the trail. Also, all this smoke inhalation, like, this has got to be bad for your lungs. And they have been breathing this for days, at least. Maybe even like a month or two. I don't remember when when the fire started. It's been getting worse. So, kind of a depressing game. We didn't really get a revelation about his wife, at least not yet. Most of this forest is going to be burned down. Delilah and I both made some very sketchy decisions, and we found a dead boy who never should have died. So, maybe not the happiest game. I apologize. Hopefully you weren't watching, in the hopes of an uplifting kind of game. I kind of figured it would be an emotional one, just from the start of the game, because it made me very emotional right off the bat. But I keep doing that by accident. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the ride, as emotional and kind of shaky as it was. I certainly did. It was, this is a beautiful game. And it's kind of cool that all of these, like, in the middle it was like, oh my god, this huge conspiracy of, like, are we being watched? Who are we being watched by? Like, how dare the government do this to us? And then you find out that it's not them at all. Like, it's a grieving father who doesn't really know what to do. And he's kind of keeping tabs on you and Delilah, just in case, I guess. I don't really know why. Maybe he was that's kind of his way of grieving his loss, is by sort of messing with you two, as fucked up as that is. But, I've never lost a child. I don't really know how I would even cope with that. So... getting close now, guys. Come on. There you go. And this game was a little longer than I gave it credit for. I looked up some reviews that said it was only like a couple hours or so. And I think it took me... I think this is like the 8th episode, either the 7th or the 8th. And so this took me like 4 hours, at least. Yeah, because I think some of the episodes were a little bit over 30 minutes. So, yeah, that was... I mean, maybe I took my time with it. I don't really know. Maybe it took me a while to kind of find my bearings and hike around and stuff. But it took a little longer than I thought it would, which is totally fine by me. I'm all for the beauty of this game. I do think that it was a really beautiful journey, and I do think it was good that it was on the shorter side. I think that doing, 10, 15, 20, 30 hours of this would be too much. It would get a little tedious after a while. But short term, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Is that her? Oh, that's a sign, right? Yeah, that's a sign. Okay. Oh, it's a fence. I just saw kind of like a stick figure-esque person. I was like, oh my gosh, is that her? Anyway, I think we still have to take the tram thing up here. That's where we hiked up to get our food a few episodes ago. And... ah, dang it. Where am I? Oh, okay, we have to go back a little bit. Tram should be up here at the top. There it is. Yeah, so I actually came up here kind of by accident when I was getting that supply drop a few episodes ago, but the tram wasn't here, or the cable car was not here. So now it is. Let's take this across. This doesn't look super dangerous at all. I'm curious to see if we're ever going to meet Delilah or Julia or anybody else that we've kind of talked to in this game. I don't think we're going to meet up with Ned. He kind of took off, and I think that's the end of his, story. But Delilah and Julia, I feel like we could both meet up with. I don't really know. There's our little Firewatch thing up there. Cool. It's a cool symbol, too. I don't think that's quite the symbol they use in real life. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks similar to one that they would use in real life. She's got a little outhouse. She in there? No? Have a good time. That's funny. Okay, let's go get picked up. And maybe meet with Delilah. Who knows? Maybe she already took off. She's gonna be like, you know what?
Nightmare out there.
It took you too long.
Hello? Delilah? Damn it.
Are we too late? Pork pond. She stole the sign. Or she at least stole one of the signs. She said people kept stealing the sign for pork pond. I bet that was her. Because she did say, she was like, hey, you know, it would look great. That's funny. I wonder if we can talk to her with the radio.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Hi. Yeah, it's me.
You're not here.
No. Don't be mad.
I'm not mad. I'm just...
You're not mad, you're just disappointed?
I'm not your dad after you got busted smoking pot.
I just couldn't be out there for another minute.
Well, you could have just said that.
You really wanted me to stay.
I did. And now I'm...
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh, and she drew Henry.
I know. Hey, it shouldn't take long for the helicopter to reach you.
Watch, I like the little bear there.
There's a debrief in a situation like this. Lots of questions.
What we know. White shorts.
So, taking stock, we found out an old lookout killed his only son and decided to become a lonely hermit.
Yes.
Look how it's
And
Biff
we
instead of Jiff.
tested one fire.
Basically started another.
Okay, so that's a wash.
Oh, I'll have to figure out what I'm doing every summer from now on that isn't this.
You're not coming back?
No. And you'll have to... I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know what's next.
Tell you what, why don't you choose for me and I'll choose for you?
All right, sure. Maybe...
Come to Boulder with me? Oh, we get to ask her... Move to Santa Fe. You'd make a good shrink. Oh god, guys, I don't know. It's like cheating. It's like cheating on your wife.
I think you should go to Julia. And then you can figure it out. Maybe put that typewriter to good use. Give me a sexy accent or something if you write about this.
I am. Yeah.
You gotta go see her.
Yeah, I guess we do, huh?
Would you?
Henry, Look, you came out to put your memories behind you, and they're still right there in front of you.
You're right. I mean, I think you're right.
Good.
When I get back, maybe
That's the right thing to do.
We shouldn't focus on this summer. Next year we'll roll around, and then the year after that, and then it's just I don't know. My Aunt Judy called it a pause in the hallway of time.
Did your Aunt Judy smoke a lot of pot?
Yeah?
Well, you should try to take her advice too.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's the helicopter.
They'll land back where you hiked up. Good luck, Henry.
You too. Good luck.
No. Henry, you keep it for yourself, okay? Bye, Hank.
Yeah, it's a confusing game because it gives you this relationship with a woman who is by all means delightful, and their back and forth is so good, but he never forgets about your wife, and they never let you forget about your wife because it's kind of always in the back of your head. And I'm glad that we made the decisions that we did. I don't know if if telling her to come with you or to come move in with you or something would have worked at all, or if she just would have said no anyway. But yeah, I'm not sure. I would love to know if you guys have played this multiple times, or if you made a different decision than I did. If that makes a difference, I would love to know. There's another person. That's the first time in the game that we've seen another person like close up like that, instead of just, we saw the one guy on the ridge at the very beginning. We saw Ned. But wow, what a game. Yeah, so I'd love to know down in the comments below if you guys made a different choice, like if you told Delilah to move in with you or something, if she did. If you have any experience with that, or if you've played this game before, please let me know down in the comments, because otherwise I gotta look it up, because I gotta know. This is one of those games, I gotta know if the decisions I made put me on a certain track, or if I was headed towards that anyway. But wow, what a beautiful game, and I'm so glad that, you know, it doesn't solve the problems of Henry's life, right? Like, it doesn't bother to fix all of his relationships or to make things with Julia better. Like, Julia still has early onset Alzheimer's. She still struggles with that, and he's gonna have to come to terms with that. But I'm so glad that the game had this kind of minimalist human story where it was about getting away and trying to figure out what you're doing with your life. And I think there was a lot to learn in the story with Ned and his son, because Ned was a father who never really connected well. He was never able to kind of face his demons, as it were. And so he struggled with that, and it eventually ruined his life, right? Because we find out at the end there that, you know, he blames himself. And maybe he was a good dad, maybe he wasn't, but ultimately he blames himself for what happened, and the rest of the world would as well. And that's something that I don't think Henry wants for himself. Hey, there's like his face right there as he's hiking. That's funny. Does have the beard. Digging at Henry. But yeah, I'm glad that it didn't have an epilogue, or it didn't fix all the problems. It didn't wrap everything up in a nice little bow. And that is a human story. Like, that's what it means to tell a good story sometimes, is that it leaves a lot to, you know, to be questioned at the end. Like, do him and Julia make it work? Can they figure it out? You know, do we ever talk to Delilah again? Probably not. But who knows? Yeah, so there's Ned, and there's, I think his name was Brian. Is that right? Brian? Yeah. But, which, that is a super tragic tale. But, man, yeah, emotional, tragic game, but a beautiful, beautiful one. And I'm so happy that it ended the way it did, that it kind of left it a little bit open-ended. Because I think it just makes it so much better. So yeah, I'd be curious to know if any of you guys know about the game. Let me know down in the comments, because I would love to know the endings. Probably going to look them up anyway, but I'd love for anybody who's also watching this to learn if the endings change at all. But man, such a cool game. Anyway, like I said at the beginning of the series, $5 on the PlayStation Flash sale right now. I think today is the last day, or maybe it has like one more day, but it's ending soon. So go pick it up. Actually, by the time this comes out, I didn't even think about that. By the time this comes out, the flash sale will definitely be over. But hopefully you guys watched my first video, and if you were interested, you went and checked it out for yourself, because $5 is an absolute steal for a game, and this was a beautiful game. It was short, but it was, you know, it was sweet and it was beautiful, and the writing is probably some of the best like dialogue and writing that I've ever seen in a game. Along with maybe like The Witcher and a few other indie games. Like, beautiful, beautiful writing and fantastic dialogue. Anyway, for those of you who watched my entire series, thank you so much for joining me. It was a pleasure to make this. It was a pleasure to be here with you guys, and I really hope that you enjoyed it and enjoyed the conclusion to the story, because I do think that it was a fantastic game. I'm so glad I played it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you liked it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family, and I will see you all in the next series.